All right, we're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. We're live everywhere. It's almost time to get started. I'm gonna be doing the daily problem, then maybe some Leet rooms. Just give it some time before I start. Just setting up all my windows, the chat windows from YouTube, chat window from Twitch, my Twitch activity feed, all those things, you know. All right. Pushy B123, what's happening? LeetCode does not support Zig. Fair of code, what's happening, man? I don't even really know what Zig is. I've heard of a few people talking about Zig, but man, should I look it up right now? Zig. Released 8 years ago, dang. Zig is basically modern C. Wait, I thought C++ was modern C, man. It's like C plus other stuff. But I don't really keep up with the times, man. I know people are using Rust out there a lot, or it sounds like everybody's using Rust on the internet, but I don't really see any Rust at work, at least. At work, we use like C++, Java. Those are the main things that I see, and maybe a little bit of Go. Hoosier Cruiser, welcome to the party. Memory safe for the win. Are you talking about Rust? I don't really know anything about Rust, man. Or are you talking about Zig on my screen? Who knows, man. Anyways, daily problem time. Oh, snap. You know what time it is this weekend? This weekend, we got weekly contest 420. Best believe I'm gonna be taking that contest for sure. I'm gonna register for it right now, man. It's the most important LeetCode contest of all time. Oh yeah. 420 trees, man. Alright. Blaze it. 420 blaze it. You already know. Alright, let me check out this daily problem. I've got a 16-day streak going on right now. It's the longest streak I've had since 2021 probably, or something. Alright, let's see what we got. I've already done it. Maximum swap. You're given an integer num. You can swap 2 digits at most once to get the maximum valued number. Return the maximum valued number you can get. Ugh. So we can only make one swap. Should I just try every single swap? Because it's only... What number is that? That's only like 100 million. So I could just swap every 2 numbers, every pair of numbers, swap them, and then remember the biggest number I've seen, right? I'm gonna try that, man. So how are we gonna do it? I suppose I can just convert it to a string. And then now we have the length, and then we can just do a ij loop, double for loop. So every pair, would that just be I plus 1? And then maybe I can just say ants equal num. So now I'll just swap I and j. I'll record the answer. String to integer s. And then I'll swap them back to its original position. Hopefully that, I don't know if this is how they wanted us to do it though, man. But this is how I'm gonna do it. Maybe there's some other intuition we can think about. Easy work. I mean, maybe there's like a way where you can figure out what the best numbers to swap are. Let me think. I'd say you want to swap. All right, if there's a larger number, yeah, you want the largest number in the front. So, how do you choose? Should I even think about this stuff, man? Or is that brute force swapping every pair good enough? All right, if we had this with like 7, 7, 2, 7, 7, 6, how do you know what the maximum number is? Is it gonna be like 7, 2, like that? Is that the biggest number we can get? I think so. So it's like, you want to swap the first number and you want the biggest number, the last occurring largest number, I think. But there's a bunch of edge cases too. So maybe it is, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of where my brain is going if I wasn't to cheese it like this. But you know what? I think cheesing it with the, it's not even n squared, man. It's like, would you say this is constant time since, I mean, there's only 8 digits. It's almost pretty close to constant time, man. Anyways, I guess we'll just move on, man. Should we do elite rooms? Should I do a old contest? I don't know yet. Which contest did I last do? Which virtual? Should I do some zero tracks? Should I talk about my rating, man? Look at that. My rating has been updated to all-time highs, 21, 22. That's about 50 points away from Guardian, man. I've been chasing Guardian for, I don't know, like 2-3 years now. Slowly inching up. I could get Guardian this weekend if I have like 2 extraordinary finishes on the bi-weekly. Wait, there's no bi-weekly. I'd have to get like top 400 or top 300 to get Guardian on this weekend's contest, which is highly unlikely, man. I'd have to have the best finish of my life by far to get Guardian this weekend. And man, imagine if I got Guardian on weekly contest 420. What a dream that would be. That would be my wildest dreams come true, man. My life would be complete. I would probably retire from LeetCode if that happened. I wouldn't need anything else to prove, man. Anyways, I'm not familiar with LeetCode, but personal bests are always great. Hoosier Cruiser, yeah, so every weekend there's a rated LeetCode contest, so everybody in the world competes. These days there's about 30,000 people that take the contest, and you're ranked based on how fast you can complete the problems and how many problems you can finish. And then your rating gets adjusted based on how well you do. So everybody starts off with 1500 rating, and you either go up or down from there. So when I first started, like 5 years ago or 4 years ago, I was definitely around like a true 1500. It took me a few months to get out of the 1500 zone, even the 1400s. And I slowly climbed up. C++ 77. Welcome to the party, man. What's happening? And every time I did like a big training camp, like this right here was a big training camp, I gained like 200 points in my contest rating. So a training camp would mean I study like every day for multiple hours, maybe for a few months. Train hard, bros. Yeah, I know who you are, man. Even though maybe I forget sometimes. C++ 77. But when I see your name, I know you used to be somebody who changed their username. But thank you for reminding me. I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling good, man, because of the contest rating got updated today. And what do you know? Highest I've ever been. So I feel like whatever I've been doing recently, I guess I've been trying to do like harder problems. Ever since I started streaming my contests, I've just been going crazy, you know? Not too crazy, just been getting a lot of Q4s. I applied to Google Early Career Suite yesterday. Wish me luck. Good luck, C++ 77. And if you don't hear anything back, don't give up then. Keep on applying. I don't think there's a limit to how many times you can apply. And you gotta, I think, even every few months you should apply. You know what I'm saying? What are the studying hours that you recommend or did before? 10 to 12 hours? No, I do not recommend doing 10 to 12 hours. That is not sustainable, man. I'd say I recommend anywhere from 6 to 9 hours per day. 9 hours is pushing it, man. I think 6 hours to 6 or 7 hours is a sweet spot for me. That's if you don't have any other commitments. Like if you don't have a full-time job already, you could for sure put in 6 hours a day. Like focus 6 hours, not joking around 6 hours. I think 12 hours, you might be able to do that for a few weeks, maybe even a few months. But at some point, you're just going to get sick of it and you're going to stop. At 6 hours a day, I think, especially if you break up those 6 hours, so you don't do one big 6 hour chunk. If you do like a little 3 hour session in the morning, a little 3 hour session in the evening, I think that is the best way. That's the best way that I've done it. Of all the different types of ways I've tried to study, I've tried to do like 18-hour days, just code all day until I can't code anymore. That doesn't last more than a month. I've tried to do 10 to 12-hour days all day, every day, but not so crazy. That didn't last more than maybe like 2 months. And then I've tried to do 6 to 7 hours a day in a very, very strict schedule where I study the same times every day. I study the same time in the morning, immediately after I wake up, and eat breakfast, and then I study the same times in the evening at like 6 p.m. or something, 9 p.m., whenever. And I don't ever stray from that schedule, and that has been the most gains for me. That's what I did during this training camp from June 21 until November, basically, 21. I was doing 2 sessions, 3 hours each session. And then lately I've just been training 3 times a week for 3 hours, so about 10 hours a week. But most of the time I'm like joking around, talking to chat. So I'd say realistically, maybe I'm training for like 6 or 7 hours a week these days. Anyways, only right to get a high score for 420. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, man. So, what are y'all saying? You trying to do elite rooms? Yeah, let's do elite rooms. Wait, I don't want to ruin your train of thought, but how would you recommend I start studying? I bought the book Cracking the Coding Interview. I have a small grasp of topics, arrays, graphs, trees, linked lists. I struggle with easy questions. Can you give me advice on how I can start prep? Let's see. I think if you've already done those things, if you got Cracking the Coding Interview, maybe I think that book is a little bit outdated. That book was probably good in 2018 or something, man. But in 2024, I don't think it's the way to go. So I really think tackling one topic at a time is the way to get started. So don't worry yourself about anything besides the one topic you're trying to learn. So you said you have a small grasp of a bunch of topics. I think it's very hard for me to remember all those things if I'm like trying to learn too many things at once. So I like to try and master one technique first. You know what I'm saying? So I like to choose one topic. I'd say the first one, try and do like 2-pointer problems. And then that kind of naturally turns into a sliding windows. And then, I don't know, maybe you can check out the LeetCode roadmap. I don't think it's the only way to go, but it's just one way to go. And it's a decent way. If you don't know the LeetCode roadmap, you can look it up. I also have a list of topics to tackle. I'll link it in the chat, but it's not fully fleshed out yet. They're not like sorted in any particular order, but say tackle 2-pointers and then hit like binary search, sliding window, maybe hit like interval problems, and spend like 2-3 days on each topic. You know, don't just do 2 problems and call it done. Should I focus on memorizing these topics at first? I wouldn't say memorizing. Focus on understanding the topics, knowing how they work, but also knowing how to implement them, man. Like, you can, I think if somebody sees an animation of sliding window or binary search, most people will probably understand what's going on. But to implement that perfectly, anytime you have a problem that needs that algorithm, that's a different story, man. I struggled for many months with binary search, even though the concept is pretty simple. I struggle with binary search with a bunch of off by 1 errors, and I would never really get the correct answer on the first try. I always had to tweak my implementation. So it takes practice to learn how to implement things, and you gotta code and do problems to get that down. What's a good way of understanding? If I understand the pseudocode for each problem, would that be a good way? That would be a start. That is not a great understanding. I think the only way you can truly understand these things is by knowing how to implement the standard way of that algorithm, like the most basic version. And then mastering that implementation. But that's only the first half. Like, you can know how to implement a perfect binary search, but maybe you don't know when to apply it sometimes, or maybe like you didn't even know you could use binary search to say find the longest increasing subsequence, or you didn't know you could use binary search to find the answer for a problem by binary searching on the answer. So you gotta not only know how to implement, but you have to know when to apply these algorithms, in what cases are they good. And I think you can only get that by experience, by doing more problems. So usually when you tackle these problems, you'd like find a list of good, say, binary search problems, and then you just do the binary search problems in that list. That's a good way to get exposed to the different types of ways you can use those algorithms. But you also have to train pattern matching. So you have to know when is it time to use binary search. When you're given a random problem and you don't know that this topic is binary or this problem is binary search beforehand, you have to build up that intuition to figure out, oh, this is asking for that. I could probably binary search to get this answer or something. So that's another thing you got to train. There's like many levels to it. So I think it's good to start with what you say, understanding the pseudocode and knowing what's going on in the algorithm. But you also have to know the different creative ways you can apply those techniques. And then you have to know what types of problems you can do them on. And Rolo Fiend, what's happening, man? How you doing? Did you use pen and paper to study or just focus on pure memorization? I used, in the beginning, I used a lot of whiteboarding. Maybe not so much pen and paper, but a whiteboard with markers was my choice. And I mean, I have a tablet also, so I don't use physical pen and paper, but I think it does help to write things down. Binary search can find longest increasing subsequence. Yeah, you can do LIS in n log n time with binary search. Well, you can find the length of the LIS, but it won't return you the actual longest increasing subsequence. I got a video on that, Bobby Blue. You should check out my YouTube. I think you can use DP. Yeah, DP for longest increasing subsequence is an n squared algorithm, but the binary search one is an n log n algorithm. Do you think whiteboarding was useful? For sure. Whiteboarding was how I really started to understand like recursive DFS traversals, you know, like in order, post order on the trees and whatnot. I think if it wasn't for the whiteboard, I was also collaborating with other people, so the whiteboard was nice. Maybe if I was alone, I'd probably still whiteboard, man, because whiteboarding feels cool. I find some algorithms are easy to memorize a base template and tune it to your question, example binary search. Other algorithms are rare or harder to memorize a template for LRU cache. Yeah, I think most people who do competitive programming, they have some type of template that's either stored in a file and they just copy and paste it in, or it's stored in their memory, man, in like their physical brain memory. And anytime they see a problem that requires a certain algorithm, they just regurgitate that template and then modify it as needed. I know I do that for sure. I might not have my template files in a folder and copy and paste them in, but I code up my binary search the same way. I code up my sliding windows the same way every time. I don't even have to think about the implementation if it's a standard problem, but I do have to think about how do I tweak my standard implementation. I'm in a hot tub and can't hear you, so use sign language. Steven Saget Ball, what's happening, man? Welcome to the party. I miss whiteboards so much. Have been work from home since pandemic and never use anymore. Michael Wolf, I whiteboard a lot at work. Our team, or my team, We have a few whiteboards in our office, and we use them all the time, man. It really helps us to visualize what's going on and to like keep track of things, because there's so many things talking about, it's hard to keep all that context in your head. So when you write it down on the board, you don't have to keep that context in your head anymore. You just look at the board and it's there. How do you template out greedy problems? Man, I don't know how to do that. Templating out greedy is one of the topics I struggle with the most. So I don't think there's like a greedy template. But for DP, there are definitely templates for DP, especially once you get into the different types of DP problems. Like one of the most popular DP types are take it or leave it. Some people call it knapsack. I have a YouTube video on that too, the knapsack problem, or the take it or leave it DP. It's just, I know it's always, you either do one thing or you do the other thing, or you do them both actually, and then you just return the best value of both options. Another famous DP pattern might be like, I don't know, take it or leave it. I can't think of which other DP problems there are. Do you have a process for breaking down problems? Yeah, I go through a little checklist in my head. I'd like look at I think about all the topics, and I think, can I use this topic to solve this problem? No. Sometimes I look at the constraints. If the constraints are crazy, like 1 billion or more, maybe I start thinking of binary search or something. C++77, thank you very much for that sub. And Don't Defense wants to do type racer. Wait, alright, let me put up C++. Oh shit. I had clicked on the wrong thing. Wait, how do I go back to my home page? Alright, Don't Defense. I'll start that type racer in a bit. But first, we gotta put this name on the board. Trend Hard Bros, aka C++77. Wait, C++77. Thank you very much. Do you have Trend Hard Bros on there? Probably. Yeah, you got 2 stars. In 2023, yeah. Rolo Fiend, are you on here? Oh, you're right here, man. You're right here. You're in from 2024. Yeah, so there's Trend Hard Bros from 2023, and in 2022, I don't know who's on here. Anyways, Don't Defense is waiting for the type racer. Let's switch it up, man. Do a type racer, and then I'm gonna do some elite rooms. Are y'all ready? Oh, I forgot to be checking on my YouTube chat, man. Ain't nobody in YouTube anyways. And I got a message. The Discord. Alright, first race is Low Road Sim Racing is here. First race is the warm-up, second race is the championship round. Here we go. Let's warm up. Yeah, C++77. Anytime, man. Don't worry, I'm not warmed up. Been doing homework. Alright, this is just the warm-up though. That was just a warm-up, man. Low road sim racing, not warmed up, pulling up with a 129. Don't defense with a 109. And YouTube chatter with a 93. Very nice. Smart coder in the house with a 72 in the warm-up. Clistar with the 70. All right, y'all warmed up now? You ready for the championship round? It's about to go down, man. All right, here we go. Mateo from YouTube. What's happening, man? How you doing? All right, championship round. Whew. Let's go, let's go. Oh, Jesus. It's a real short passage, man. We about to see some crazy speeds. All right, I'm ready. Dang. 99, but low road sim racing. 134. Very nice, very nice. Don't defense with the 107. Smart coder with the 94. YouTube chatter with the 91. Clistar, I forget how much he got. Anyways, low road sim racing with how much? 134. So let me put that on the board and then let's get Elite Rooms started. And then on Friday, man, this Friday, I'm gonna be doing a special stream. I'm gonna be doing a little mini hackathon. And I'll be redoing my website. My junk ass HTML website is about to get modernized into some React. And I don't really know React, so it's gonna be an interesting time. All right. Low road sim racing for October 16th. With 134. Very nice, very nice. Aldog20, what's happening? All right, y'all ready for Elite Rooms? All right, we're about to do Elite Rooms. If you don't know what Elite Rooms is, it's one of the sickest extensions ever created for Chrome. Elite Rooms allows you to play LeetCode multiplayer. And man, I don't know if y'all seen this or but I think LeetCode is actually working on a multiplayer type thing, man. I saw one of them people asking if they're like fishing for beta testers to test out their like code sharing collaborative LeetCode thing. So I think multiplayer is coming, man. Like official LeetCode multiplayer. Let me see if I can pull up that post. Anyways, I don't know where that post was. I'm already sure Elite Rooms is better than anything the idiots at LeetCode can come up with. Man, yeah, maybe. Binary search was so cool. Miss it. Yeah, binary search was really cool. All right, what are we doing? I was talking about Elite Rooms, how we're about to do Elite Rooms. Yeah. Let me create this room. I guess we'll start with 2 easies, 2 mediums. Should I do it like this, man? All right, create the room. Easies, mediums. Let's do 45 minutes for this first room. All right, here we go, here we go. Elite rooms. Pin this message. Oh, Brett is in the house. Welcome to the party. So here are the problems. We got find the child who has the ball after k seconds, find lucky integer in an array, apply bitwise operations to make strings equal, and open the lock. I guess I'll just do the easiest. I'll do them in order since I've solved it. So let me reset my thing. You're given two positive integers, n and k. There are n children numbered from 0 to n-1 standing in a queue in order from left to right. Initially, child 0 holds a ball and the direction of passing the ball is towards the right direction. After each second, the child holding the ball passes it to the next child to them. Once the ball reaches either end of the line, either end of the line, that is child 0 or child n-1, the direction of the passing is reversed. Return the number of the child who receives the ball after k seconds. So let me look at the constraints. Constraints are 50 and 50, so I think we can just simulate this one. I live in Brazil. How do I translate your lives from English to Portuguese? I don't know. Maybe you can use Google Translate on your phone and have it listen to me. I don't really know about all that stuff, man. But welcome, welcome. How are you doing? All right, we're gonna simulate this. So how do you even simulate that, man? I guess the current position is 0. And then we go k times k seconds, and then we go cur plus plus. Wait. So if we are at 0 or we are at n-1, we have to flip the direction. I think we can just multiply it by -1. So it will start going left and then it will start going right again. And then we can just return cur. That's what I'm thinking. Good evening to you, JK LNR. How are you doing? Oh, Pixel Pusher is here. Pixel Pusher, you missed the first Type Racer, but Low Road Sim Racing was here to hold it down in your absence. Low Road Sim Racing defended the board against Don't Defense. To hold it down, man. Defending the board. We gotta defend the board. We need to make sure that the board is defended for sure against Don't Defense. I guess we should defend the board against everybody. I like to defend the board against double-digit typers. And then I like to defend the board against Don't Defense, because Don't Defense wants the championship the most. So that's why we gotta hold it down, man. Anyways, Q1 done. Q2. I'm just trying to motivate you, Don't Defense. I don't want to give you an easy championship. You gotta earn that thing. Alright, find lucky integer in an array. Given an array of integers, a lucky integer is an integer that has a frequency in the array equal to its value. Return the largest lucky integer in the array. If there is no lucky integer, then return -1. Alright, this one I can do as well. Let's just make a frequency map. Should we even check the constraints? 500 numbers up to 500. I suppose we can just... Should I use a... I'm gonna just use a map. It ain't that serious. This will count the frequencies of each number in the array. And then now I'm going to iterate over all of the entries in our map. So it'll be the number and count. And then if the number is equal to the count, then we remember the biggest one that we've seen. Easy question. Another easy one. Push it B, 1, 2, 3 in the house. All right, time to move on to the medium problems. Here we go. Let me reset. Looks like I've solved it too. Have I solved it? No. Apply bitwise operations to make strings equal. You're given two zero-index binary strings S and target of the same length N. You can do the following operation on S any number of times. Choose two different indices, I and J, where they're both in bounds. Simultaneously replace SI with SI or SJ and SJ with SI XOR J. For example, if the string is 0, 1, 1, 0, you can choose I equals 0 and J equals 2, then simultaneously replace S0 with 0 and S2 with 1. So we have 1, wait, did I say that right? Yeah, so we have 1, 1, 1, 0. Return true if you can make the string S equal to target, otherwise return false. I don't know. I don't know how to do this one immediately. I gotta think about it. Let me see who's in here. We got Push It B, 1, 2, 3. We got Alfie. We got Mateo, and we got Brett in the Leet rooms. All right, let's check out these examples. So they say we choose any two indices and replace I with the OR and J with the XOR. So they say we can get this target by, we choose this index. Wait, how do you turn off that one if it's... Wait, choose I equal to... Wait, J is what? So I and J, there's no constraints on like I needs to come before J or something like that. They're basically just saying either I or J can be the OR and the other one has to be the XOR. So what does that mean? Two zeros, if we chose two indices and they're both value 0, then the OR will be 0 and the XOR will be 0, so that doesn't make any sense. And if we choose them both with 1s, the OR will be on and the XOR will be off. So if we find two ones, we can turn off one of them and turn on the other one. And then if we choose a 0 and a 1, then the OR will be 1 and the XOR will be 1. So 2 zeros, you can't do anything. A 0 and a 1 will turn them both on, and 2 ones will turn one or the other on. So what do we do with that information, man? Not sure yet. All right, so in this target, we want to turn this into a 0. So that means we just gotta find another, wait. J equals 0, I equal 2. So they're both 1s. When they're both 1s, that means what happens again? Oh yeah, one is on, the other is off. So you can turn off, we can turn off a bit if there's another set bit. And then we can turn on a bit if there's another set bit, right? So how do I translate that to an algorithm? Is it like as long as they're the same number of 1s and 0s in the target? All right, how about this? What if we had 1 0 0 0 and this is our target? Can we turn this into that? Let's see. So if we, all right, if we choose two opposite numbers, then they both get turned on, right? So I can turn on this one and I can turn on that one, and then I can turn off that one. So it sounds to me like as long as there is one set bit, then we can turn it into anything we want, man. All right, but if there's only one set bit, can we turn it into 0 0 0? So we can turn on another one. How do you turn off something? I guess you can't get rid of that last. You can't turn it to 0 because, yeah, if the target is just zeros, it's not possible unless S is already the target. All right, let me try and implement some things, man. Maybe I count the 1s in the target. I don't even know if I need to count this. Should I count the ones in our string? could use count. Standard API. I don't know how to use that. Counts. Oh man. I should learn the standard library a little bit more. So I just use, all right, let's try that. I like it. Thank you for the suggestion, Brett. Just count, target. And then we're counting ones. I'm not even sure if I need to count these ones though, you know. So those are the ones, and what am I trying to figure out with these ones? So if the target ones are 0, and this one is 0, if target ones is 1, wait. So if target ones is 1, or if target ones is 0, and should I just explicitly state this, then it's not possible. Otherwise it's possible, right? I think so. Not 100% sure though. We'll find out soon enough. No. Wait. Oh, this is another case I forgot to think about. Target ones greater than 0 and S1s equals 0. And that's false because we can't turn zeros into anything. All right. Not bad. It just took a little bit of some observations, but the implementation itself super easy. Just had to make some key observations. All right, final problem in this room. We've got, let me erase this. Open the lock. Oh lordy. You have a lock in front of you with 4 circular wheels. Each wheel has 10 slots, 0 through 9. The wheels can rotate freely and wrap around. For example, we can turn 9 to be 0 or 0 to be 9. Each move consists of turning 1 wheel, 1 slot. The lock initially starts at 0, 0, 0, a string representing the state of the 4 wheels. You are given a list of dead ends, meaning if the lock displays any of these codes, the wheel of the lock will stop turning and you will be unable to open it. Given a target representing the value of the wheels that will unlock the lock, return the minimum total number of turns required to open the lock, or -1 if it is impossible. All right. I think I can do this. I mean, I've already done it earlier this year, but I think I can do it again. All right, dead ends. So how do I proceed here? Let me think. So I'm thinking for sure I gotta make some type of set out of the dead ends to check if we're at that set or if we're at any of the dead ends, so that we know we can't proceed any further. But how do I go about moving each character in this thing? I guess I could just copy the string. It's only 4 characters, man. So I guess I could just copy the string every time and then choose one character in the string, and if it's not equal to the target, then either go up or go down. That's what I'm thinking. Let me think about it a little bit more. Because we can cache the states on where the lock is at. All right, let me try and implement. So I guess we start at 0, 0, 0. Is it DP? Should I call it DP? I don't know what I need in my states yet, man. Oh, I guess I could pass in my current state like that, and then I can cache on the state, right? Maybe I'll just cache it with like string int. And I'll just call it like all right, so I gotta make my dead ends. Let me do that real quick. So I'll represent my dead ends in a set of strings. I'll call it dead. Should I just call it what? Scene? Or no. Invalid. Bad. I'm gonna call it bad. Alright, so those are all the dead ends, and then now we can say if our thing is the target, we just return 0. Oh man, the heat is about to come on, man. It's making this weird hissing noise. I've never experienced anything like this, but I'm right beside my radiator. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it hisses like a snake, man. Gotta try and see if I can fix that noise. Did you bleed it? Icy Black Deep. Am I supposed to bleed it? I don't know anything about living in New York with... I've never had a radiator in my life, you know? This is... I guess the building maintains that stuff. So... maybe I should call them up and tell them to make it stop making noises. Quick switch over from C++ to Python. I don't know Python, man. Anyways, hopefully you can't hear it hissing at me. Alright. What are we doing? Oh, yeah. So for every... let me think. Do I like New York? Yeah, I really like New York. I think it's one of my most favorite places I've lived so far. Not my favorite, because I'd say Osaka is my favorite place I've ever lived by far. But New York City, probably number 2, number 3. Just as my super benefit of renting would probably sound more like flowing if it needed bleeding, though. Actually, New York, it may be steam instead of hot water anyways. Yeah, I don't know. I see a little metal thing that looks, I think that's where the sound is coming from. I'll sort it out eventually. Alright. How am I gonna do this part? So I want to go through everything in current. And I'm gonna say, oh wait. Maybe I need to go by index. So if this is not equal to that, then move up and move it down. So if we move it up, that will be like 1 plus dp 1 because it's one move up, and wait, how do I move it up, man? Do I plus it? Plus mod 9 or mod 10? No, that's too fancy for me. This is more caveman-like. I like caveman style, you know? Alright, so this is our original character. Let's increment it. If it goes above 9, let's reset it to 0. And then I'm gonna call this DP thing like that. And I'm gonna reset it. And then I'm gonna just move it down. How do we move it down? Cur I minus. How do you move it down, man? So int down is 1 plus dp. Not very elegant, but I think it will work. And then we got to remember the best. It should be the minimum amount of moves, I think. Oh, wait. But then if it's a dead end, so if this is a dead end, what should we return? A really big number. Would that be it? So eventually it will reach 0. Yeah, I think so. Call it there. I mean, I guess we can just return it there. I'm not very confident in... Oh, I didn't even cache nothing, man. So... Wait. How do you cache dot find cur? So we return the cache value, and then here we set the cache value at the end. Wait, how do you do that? Like that. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna see if it works. Nah. Jesus. what the heck? I don't know what I'm doing. I gotta do a little debugging here. Maybe whatever I'm doing is just whack and it's like infinite recursion. Yeah, it's going back and forth. Alright, do I need a scene? Oh, it sounds like you're doing DFS. Yeah. Oh, it should be BFS, huh? Yeah, I was gonna add like a scene thing to this. Man, why did I just jump straight to this DP DFS thing? You can go one digit at a time. I think I am trying one. Oh, you mean like one digit in this thing at a time? Hold on, let me try some things here. This is getting a little bit weird. Like take I as an argument to DP. Oh, and just like do one. Wait, can you do that though? Because sometimes you might run into a dead end, right? Yeah. I think that's why I decided to try all the things. But I believe with this scene thing, because when we cache it, we only cache on the return, but the scene will prevent us from revisiting a thing. But then suppose you have a scene and then you have a state S, but you don't take the optimal path. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying, Brett. Good points. Man, how did I do this last time? I'm not sure. I guess it must have. I bet you did VFS. Should I peek? Let me just peek. Yeah. Oh, I did a BFS, man. Jesus. Wait, I wonder if I tried to do initially. No, initially I did BFS from the beginning. But this time, my brain ain't working the same way as it did earlier this year. I don't know why I thought about DFS first. I think the first thing I thought about when I read this problem was there's another problem about can you open all the doors? Maybe I was thinking about that problem a little bit. Oh, Flumsy is in the house. Alright. BFS, huh? We should teach Flumsy how to use Leet rooms. Yeah, I wonder if there's any hidden features in Leet rooms that we don't know about that Flumsy has. Man, I want to try and find that post from LeetCode. Oh yeah, here it is. Look at this. Can y'all see this? LeetCode beta program, volunteer signed up. I signed up. We are excited to invite you to participate in testing a new feature that enables real-time collaboration in the code editor, perfect for group problem solving and coding practice. So I think multiplayer is coming, man. I gotta put some Easter eggs. Yeah, that would be funny. But LeetCode is onto you, Flumsy. It's gonna take them years to probably do what you did in a couple months, though. And I have a feeling when they finally release this stuff, it's not gonna be nearly as feature-rich as yours. I think what we're probably will see is just like a Google Docs kind of Replit type of thing, but maybe not like a room where people can join and see each other's stats and things. I'd be surprised if they release that with this. Should I share that link? I shared it. Alright, man. Should I attempt the BFS on this problem? I'm feeling a little bit lazy, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like to take the L. Feels like cheating after now I peaked and I know for sure it's a BFS, and you know. Why is it something Chinese domain? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that is. I guess it's a Chinese company, LeetCode. But they shared this message in their Discord. Oh, I didn't punch in. By like, it's a pinned message by, I guess, a LeetCode staff or something. And they say the beta testing is expected to start on October 18th. Oh, all right, BFS. So how are we gonna even do that? So I know we need a queue. And then I guess maybe we need like what steps we're at. I need my bad list. I'll use the set here. Then what? Then I gotta check. All right, I gotta pop the node. Pop it, right? And then we gotta move each character wait, we gotta move it up one and down one. Let me think. So So if the character... Oh, but this might not be true either, because we might have to move a knob, even if it's equal, just to get around the dead end. Oh lordy. Alright, so for every character, I want to move it and push it. Steven Sagiball, what's happened? What were you saying to me? Wait, what was I saying to you, man? I don't remember. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Steven Sagiball. I want to show you something after I give up on this problem or something. I'll show you take it or leave it combination sum. I know you're asking me earlier about that problem, so I'll do it for you. C++77. See you later, man. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night's sleep. Wait, can you solve combination sum 2? I'll check it out in a bit. Alright, for every character... I want to go up one. Man, I don't feel like to do this problem at all. Gotta move it up, we gotta move it down. And it could potentially be the same. Oh, but then we need a scene. All right. I think I'm getting it. Here we go. So for every character, did I tell you one time on a bus I saw a fight? The white guy was telling the brown guy to go back to his country. I'm like 99% sure he was Native American. Dang. You did not tell me that, Steven Sagaball. Thank you for sharing, though. That is kind of funny. Not really funny, because fights, like people behaving like that in public, ugh. Why they gotta fight so much, you know? Alright, I think I'm gonna just do this. -1, 0, and 1. Bus stuff is crazy. My friend saw someone pull a gun on transit. Dang. I used to ride the bus a lot in high school and in college. I'm happy I don't have to ride the bus anymore. Well, I take the bus sometimes in New York. I don't think New York bus is as crazy as Florida bus. Like South Florida bus. If you're taking a bus in South Florida, some wild characters on that bus, man. I guess in Colorado too, if you take the bus out there, it sounds a little crazy. Wait, man, what am I doing? Wait, I live in Miami. I used to live in Broward in 954, you know. node j plus k. Alright, that's bootleg. Alright, there is what I'm doing, man. But I also have to check, like, if scene dot find copy. If we've already seen this, we should continue, and then we should insert it. I live in Kendall. My cousins used to live in Kendall, man. It was far as hell to go down there. Why did Simon live everywhere? If you had channel points thing for lead coaching, I would use it. How many channel points do you have, Steven Sagaball? Um, 110, 110K. Man, I might be down. I don't know if I want to offer this, but I might be interested in coaching you live on stream. Maybe. I'll have to think about that. Something I've never really done before. I might take on maybe on like Mondays or I don't know, someday. I won't set that up for you and Pat. Can you coach me? Don't defense. You should coach me, man. Maybe I'll experiment. I'm willing to do that for Pat too, I think, if he's willing. But I don't know. I feel I'm not like a super teacher. I might be teaching you some bad habits, you know what I'm saying? All right. Let's see. So if node equal target, return how many steps? I'm gonna just return -1 here. It's good that you're not too good because it means I'm one of you. Yeah, I guess so. I suck at LeetCode, but I put a lot of work in. If you had to quantify how many hours you studied, what would that be? Wait, how am I gonna get 4 here? Oh, I didn't check dead ends, man. I didn't check the dead ends. Me? Yeah, you, Steven Sagiball. How many hours have you studied LeetCode? Just curious, you know? Alright, let's see now. Like 300 plus? Dang, that's a decent amount, man. So I don't think you suck then. I think you're just being extra critical on yourself. Oh, snap. They're telling me the target is 888, but the dead end is 00. What a cheap way. So if... I guess we can be like, if bads.finds Alright, now it should work, man. Hey, somebody's trying to connect to my monitor right now. Somebody's iPad. Man, they're trying to connect to my Bluetooth speaker. They're trying to connect to my monitor right now. Get out of here, man. Denied. It's probably the same K-drama people from last time. Alright, that problem gave me more trouble than it should have. Someone trying to lock in Brent a rattle. What's happening? Alright, so Steven Sagaball has requested combination sum. Part 2. Let's see. I'll do it real quick if I can. Given a collection of candidate numbers and a target number, find all unique combinations in candidates where the candidate numbers sums to target. Each number in candidates may be only used once in the combination. Oh yeah, this sounds... Oh wait. We gotta return the dang things. Okay. Let me think about this. So there's 100. They're all less than 50. So the target is small. Numbers themselves are small. I don't even know if I can solve it, Steven Sagaball. I suppose I'd like... Wait, they say we can only choose numbers 1. So should I sort these things? Would it help to sort, or should I just use them as is? Yeah, I don't know how to solve this, man. I'm gonna try some things though. What should I try? I mean, it feels... That makes it feel better, yeah. I'll try to do some type of... Just take it. Yeah, let's see. So we got 1, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 10. Is that right? Yeah. This is the answer. So it looks like we can just either take the number or we leave it. But my problem is like, isn't that gonna time out? Like, what if it's a bunch of 1s in there? Oh, and then the solution set must not contain duplicate combinations. How do I go about that? I don't know if I've ever solved this one, Steven Sagaball. It's on LeetCode 150, dang. Alright, I guess I can try... Should I try like a BFS kind of thing where, no, why would I use BFS? I should just DF. I mean, I can solve it, but I'm not sure if the time complexity would be okay, because if we just did a take it or leave it, Trapper 52, what's happening? Do you do combination sum 1? I don't know if I did. Probably not. Alright, I'll try this one first. Given an array of distinct integers, candidates, and a target integer target, return a list of all unique combinations of candidates where the chosen number is summed to target. You may return the combinations in any order. Isn't this the same problem? The same number may be chosen from candidates an unlimited number of times. I see. Two combinations are unique if the frequency of at least one of the chosen numbers is different. How are the algorithms going? They're going all right. Steven Sagabal is asking me to solve some problems from LeetCode 150. And it looks like I'm unable to just solve it immediately, you know. I mean, I can try some things. So how do I stop duplicates from happening? Here we go. I'll do some DFS stuff here. And they say we can take the candidates an unlimited number of times. Are they... Should I care if we sort them or not? I'm gonna sort them just in case. It might not even be necessary. So if we go out of bounds, we should... Wait, how do I know? Alright, we need like a sum. Do I just create a copy of our current things each time? Not sure. I'm learning Python. How do you learn C++? Struggling through the problem, then looking up and understanding the syntax. Python has so many syntactic sugar. Man, I learned C++. I learned the syntax, so I get familiar with the standard library from LeetCode, and I learned most of my other C++ on the job. So, I guess you're asking me for tips on learning Python. I don't know. I'd say just keep using it. Keep building things. Either build things or solve more LeetCode problems. That will teach you, at least solving LeetCode problems will teach you about the standard library, and it will also teach you about the syntax. But that's about it. Alright, so if Let me think here. Did you do wall and gates? Man, you keep leading me to new problems, Steven Sagiball. I don't know what wall and gates is. Alright, so I'm gonna kick this DFS off like this. So I start with the sum target and we know we've reached it once it hits 0. So if so this is how much more we need, and then if this is less than that, then we can take it. So how do you take it? I guess this should be like a void. We take it by adding it here. And we subtract the sum. But we don't increment I. I guess we can say if our sum is 0, then so either we take it or we don't take it. Well, maybe I'll not take it first. And we don't take it by incrementing I. The sum stays the same. Alright, let's see, Steven Sagiball. Let's see if that works. No, it doesn't work. 923, what are they talking about, man? What? I see. All right, there's combination sum 1, but I'm not very happy. I think there must be a more efficient solution than whatever I'm doing here. I was skeptical of even coding this up because it just seems very inefficient, but I think it might be okay. I don't know. I don't know how else I would do this problem. And then you're saying combination sum 2? What is the difference here? Each number can only be used once. So should I just copy my solution and then modify it a tiny bit? So if each thing can only be used once, then let's see if that works. No, it doesn't work. Man, how do I get so many extra things? Oh, I have duplicate there. So I got 2 6. I got 1 6. Well, yeah, 1 2 5. Oh, 1 2 5 appears twice. All right, how do I stop the duplicates in this one? Can I just use a set? I don't know if a set works here. Can you use a set on a vector int? That's what I'm not sure about. I guess you can. Memory limit exceeded. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. A case like this. So how do you get rid of duplicates, man? IT lead here too? Yeah. I don't know how to deal with the duplicate part. Let's see. Because that's gonna be a lot of different combinations there. Wait, that memory limit exceeded from this part though, not from my set. Because it looks like there's probably only one set. So passing those values like that is not great. Maybe I can do it by reference. And then do a little backtracking stuff where, all right, this is there, and then here I guess we'd have to pop back. Let's try that. Time limit exceeded now. All right. Max Funky, what's happened? How hard is it to code a scientific calculator? I don't know. Never done one before, man. I think a lot of people code up a basic calculator as like a beginner's project though. AKSR41, what's happening? TI-83, man. I don't know, but there's a whole dang company that makes that calculator. Alright, let me think about how do you solve this? Time limit exceeded. Still has TI Basic, or they do other stuff these days. Man, I don't really know graphing calculators like that. I never owned a graphing calculator until my senior year of college, man. So I went through all of my mechanical engineering degree using just a basic old dumb calculator, not the fancy one. And then my senior year, I had a friend who was graduating, and then they just gave me their graphing calculator, and then I used it from there. But I didn't know how to do any of the fancy stuff with it, man. There are two main ones, TI and Casio, but now Desmos app looks pretty good. I see. Used to be TI Calcs had basic built in, and if you were crazy, you could code Z80 assembly. Yeah, I have a coworker who claims that they made like Tetris in that calculator or something like that, man. So for this problem, I could get a really bad solution where I remove duplicates by sorting the resulting arrays and check it as a string in the set. Yeah, that interesting. Um, Man, how anytime this doesn't contain duplicates thing happens, it's really difficult for me. Like threesome was a big problem for me. So I don't know. I don't know how to solve combination sum 2, I suppose. I listened to a video on YouTube today, and it was this former Tesla and Google SWE stating that C, C++, and Python will be 3 most important languages to learn now. Maybe. I don't know, like, why he has that opinion or why they have that opinion. I would say C, C++, and Python are dead. Wait, why? Why did you say that? I code C++, man. I hope it's not dead. Need some new wheels on my chair. Because the idiot Tesla engineer said they'll be important. That's a good reason, I suppose. All languages will always be important. They have a reason, so learn what makes you feel happy and makes you actually build stuff. I don't know. Didn't the president say to not use C++, man? Does the president program? I don't know, man. We use at Google, man, lots of the code base is in C++. So I don't know. I guess I heard about that too. Like the government or the White House said you should move away from C++. I don't know. Why do people live in the UK after USA became a country? Yeah, I wonder why. Think C++ makes you a better engineer. That's one of the biggest reasons why I decided to learn C++, AKSR. I wanted to play on hard mode, basically. You didn't see those meme gens? Wait, meme gens about what? After you decide to not take a number, don't let yourself pick a later. Oh, Brett, are you talking about this problem? Interesting. So how do you code that? The white noise is snakes. Yeah. I really need to figure out how to get rid of that hissing sound. It's the radiator that's making that. Is the white noise is not on purpose, man. I'm sorry you have to listen to it, but until I can figure out how to get rid of that noise, it's probably gonna be here all winter. Wait, so oh, I see what you're saying, Brett. So instead of I plus 1, I should be like, while nums I equal, or not nums. So you're saying if I hit them with this, it should work. Fall asleep soon? Oh, lordy. Wait, what happened, man? Oh, J less than N. I should probably test my solution before I hit submit. Oh, Brett, thank you for that incredible insight. I never knew about this little trick to avoid duplicates. Like you just move on to a different number. Interesting. Today I learned. Simon, you have restored faith in myself. I guess some mediums are just hard. Steven Sagiball, I think a lot of mediums are hard, man. And they're hard until you've seen a problem like it and you understand the little techniques that you use. So this is, I guess, learning occurred, yeah. So for every number, we're either taking it or we're leaving it, right? So this is our taking, and then this is our leaving. But before, I was just doing I plus 1. Like, we'll skip it and we'll just go to the next number, man. But this will cause us to find duplicates in the case of, like, a bunch of 1s like that, you know? Because if we're currently at this index and we want to stop taking 1s, and then we just go to the next index, we're going to take a 1 again. But if we just skip until we skip all those 1s. Wait, but this can only be used one time. But I still don't know why it works either, Steven Sagiball. I gotta think about that for a little bit. But maybe Brett can tell us. The guy said C and C++ because of system programming and AI chips. Oh shit. What did I just do? Interesting. Gotha, what's happened? Do you have any tips to someone who is starting LeetCode today? I do. I have some tips, and maybe these tips are not the tips you were expecting, but I'd say the biggest tip I can give you is to treat your studies seriously. Make a schedule, study the same time on your schedule, like stick to your schedule, don't deviate from it. Don't just study whenever you feel like to, like make a dang curriculum for yourself and always show up when it's time to study. And if you do that, I promise you, after a few months, you're gonna know how to LeetCode. That's the key. Alright, so Brett is about to justify for us why doing this little trick here removes the duplicates. Suppose there are 4 1s. Alright, there's 4 1s. Right? You can take 0, 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of them. Yes. So either skip all the 1s, you skip them all, or you take the earliest. Let me think about that, Brett. Oh, I see. I see how that works. So in the case we skip them all, or when it's take it or leave it, like the moment you decide to leave it is the moment we're like abandoning all the 1s. But before we decide to leave it, we can take it n number of times, like however many 1s there are. So when we take it here, we already go to the next I. So yeah, I think I get what you're saying. You only take it a prefix of them, not some weird subsequence of the 1s. Yeah, that is how I'm imagining things. Can you expand your answer so we can all see? I can give you the submission also. Simon, you are right about treating your study session important, like showing up like you show up for a job that you hate, but you need that check from that bad job. Yeah, that is the mentality I had to adopt to get my studying under control. Because I would treat my studying like how I treated playing video games, man. Anytime I felt like to play a video game, I just played until I get bored and then I stop. I just play whenever I feel like to. So when I felt like to study, I'd study until I got bored and then I'd stop and go do whatever I want. But once I started to think about my studying as my literal job, that's when I could stay for the full shift, man. I stayed for my whole 4-hour shift without leaving because, man, if I think back to my restaurant days or any of my shit job days, when I show up to work, I'm not just gonna walk off the job in the middle of a shift, even though they're only paying me like $5 an hour. I'm still working that dang job until my shift ends, and I just deal with it. And I was thinking to myself, how come I was able to do that as a 16-year-old, as a 17-year-old, but as a 32-year-old, you're telling me I can't do that to study for something that will give me over $200,000 income, but I could do it for like a $5 an hour job? That's insane, man. I had to check myself. And after I did that, I was able to like mentally prepare myself for the study session. Oh, and you need to buy Hagoromo chalk, the most gourmet chalk in the world. Wait, I could be wrong, but I think the mentality to study is more than what you're saying. Wait, what do you mean? I wish LeetCode was as addicting as Battlegrounds. Wait, what? What do you mean, Brett? The mentality to study? I think people start studying and then they doubt their studying is going to help them. You had the conviction to believe that the studying would get you. Oh yeah, Brett. I'm a big believer in this too. I used to talk about this a lot more, but these days I've just been telling you to treat your studies seriously. But I think the number one most important thing is you gotta believe, man. Like, I never believed in the beginning, which is why I never really gave studying a good shot. But once I was on Team Blind and I was reading all these success stories about people just studying 300 LeetCode problems and getting a $200,000 job, after reading about 100 of those stories, I started to believe that this is possible, that I can do this too, man. All these other people doing it, I can do it too. And then, like, if you don't believe, it's not happening. And then I guess you got to think about, like, if you're still having trouble studying even after you believe, then you got to think about, like, how were you able to show up for your minimum wage job, but you can't show up for your studies that will lead you to big bucks? Bet Simp is in the house. What's happening? Obes, welcome to the party. I'm trying to check myself. It's like sometimes you're fighting your brain about doing the things that could boost your life. Instead, we fall back on our comfortable habits. 2122, congrats. Thank you very much, Bet Simp. Just another 50, yeah. Hopefully I can get that 50. I sometimes relate this to certain types of math problems. Wait, about the belief and the conviction thing, Brett? Same thing happened for me. I come from a third world country. I studied a lot and got a job that relocated me to New Zealand with good salary. So it's possible. Man, that is a great success story. I'm happy that you shared that with us. I think my issue is theoretically I could pass interview now if I'm lucky enough. Probably like 30% chance I would estimate. Man, do you want to take those chances though? 30%. Some problems are like, prove this statement is true. Others are like, prove or disprove this statement is true. Wait. Don't defense with a top 10 finish. Yeah. Even though they are close, they prove or disprove is the proof or disproof is way harder since you start to doubt whether your approach is correct. I see. Interesting. I don't know much about math, but I know that proving something in math seems to be very difficult. I hear this is what they told me when I was in college. Like, you learn about math all the way up to, I don't know, differential equations or whatever. And then once you learn all of that stuff, you start over. You start over from the basics, but this time you're in prestige mode and you just got to prove everything that you've already learned. I don't know if that's how it really is as a mathematician, like your progression. You just start proving all of the stuff that you know to be true. That's somewhat accurate. Oh, that's the one thing I remember. One of my math friends told me. Wait, what? Bro, like putting your all into something and failing is scary. I guess I can understand that, Steven Sagiball, but I think if you put your all into it, you're not gonna fail, man, because time is long, you know, and eventually you'll get the job, you know. If you're at 30, just up your number. Wait, what? Don't defense hit 3K. Yeah, Simon, do you still look at solutions on LeetCode or do you just solve the problem? Trap of 52. I look at solutions all the time, man. I've solved maybe like 2,000 problems, but there are still problems that I can't solve. Many, many, many problems. Even problems I've already solved, sometimes I can't resolve them, you know? Same as quantum physics. It's a race to start proving things. Pure theories. People worry about failing, and they worry about it for years, and they could have already studied it 5 times over. Yeah, don't be scared, man. That's another tip. Don't be scared to fail. Don't let that hold you back, man, because if you don't start studying, or if you don't do something because you're afraid to fail, then you're guaranteed to fail because you didn't do anything, man. So how can you be afraid of failing if you're gonna default to failing anyways? You know, that means you're not really afraid of failing. You're afraid of something else. I don't know. What if I did OnlyFans instead? I think making a living from OnlyFans is probably going to be a lot harder than just studying some LeetCode and getting a job, man. At least unless you're talented in other ways. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Keep preparing and you'll be rewarded when the right opportunity arrives. Yeah, that is what they all say out there about all that stuff. Anyways, are y'all ready for another Leet Rooms? The last Leet Rooms of the evening. Define other ways? What do you mean? Wait, check out this. Wait, check out what LeetCode? What are we doing? Walls and gates. Oh, that's the problem you're talking about. Man, it's premium. I'm not doing that problem. Get out of here. Why would I have premium? I'm not looking for a job. I don't care about company tag questions, you know. I'm the rich one? Man, maybe I'm rich because I don't waste my money on LeetCode Premium. Anyways. No offense, but only people that get scammed pay for premium. No, I think premium is worthwhile if you're on the actual job hunt. It will give you... I suppose you can get this information elsewhere. But it's just, you're paying for convenience, man. And if you already had a FANG job or you got some money, like $100 for a year of premium isn't the end of the world. So nice for the fast submission speed. Or you get faster submission speed. Premium works if you need a new... Yeah, I think if you're actively hunting for jobs, man. Just get the premium. It's more useful to pay $100 for McDonald's. I don't know about that. Fro yo lagging. How you doing? What do you work on at Google? I work on policy enforcement. So mainly I work on something called DMA, which is the Digital Market Acts, and it's just a European regulation that all the big tech companies have to follow. And my job is to make sure that happens, implement that in the code base. It runs your submission faster if you're on premium. Oh man, is that worth it? I remember back in my day when a McDonald's fry was only $2.19. Back in my day. I remember back in my day, I used to go to McDonald's all the time. I'd get a double cheeseburger and a McChicken for $2.12. That was a dollar menu. They don't even have a dollar menu anymore, man. They got the value menu, but the value menu is like, a McChicken is $4. Get out of here, man. All right, Leet rooms. Last Leet rooms. And we're gonna do mediums and hards. Leet rooms, not LeetCode. All right, here we go. Brett is in the house. Shekumaru is in the house. How hard is it to get a job at Google? I think it's about, I don't know. Depends on how good you are, I guess. If you have already crazy education and you know about algorithms and stuff, it's probably like 50 to 100 hours to pass the interview. If you're coming from zero, like you're from the streets, you never really coded, you never did an algorithm problem in your life, it's probably closer to like 500 hours to 1,000 hours before you can get in. And that's like on the low end of the estimation. My friend passed Google interview at 17. I believe people out there, I mean, numbers would pass a Google interview right now, and he's probably barely 18, you know? Numbers would have passed that interview like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Fellow Googler here, but I work in the data center. Interesting. So you work in one of those big ass data centers and you're responsible for like plugging in stuff. I don't know what they call them. Like when the servers go down, you got to replace them and stuff like that? Or is your job something different? Frank L81, what's happened? Not so hard if you got good contacts. I simply email Lars and boom, you can code on V8. Under Master, what's happened? Welcome. Rusty Hots, what are you saying? Just give him a static number? Oh, I see. I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say Google is easy to get into or something. I think it's a difficult place to get into. I think millions of people apply every year, but only a few thousand probably join. So the competition is tough, and first you gotta like pass the resume screen, and if you can do that, which might be the easier part, then you gotta pass the interview, the technical interview. And the technical interview it's so random, the types of questions that you'll get. It's like It's like if you take a LeetCode contest, you could do very bad. You could place something way out of your normal place if you just get the wrong questions, you know. So interviews are very RNG, and there's some luck involved. But I think it's possible to get hired if you study hard and you prepare hard and you don't give up, because a lot of people take multiple attempts to get into Google. Like, you know, they didn't just interview one time and they get in. Sometimes you interview the first time and you didn't know what to expect, so you just fail the interview big time. And then you train for a year or so and then you come back, maybe get it the next time, maybe you gotta wait for a third time. Yeah, that and deployments of all the fancy new ML servers. Interesting. There's a stat out there, it's really low, and that's if you get to interview wrong questions or bad interviewers. Yeah. It's also a top place to leave. What do you mean? I mean, like, lots of people are leaving the company? I don't know how true that is, man. We still got lots of engineers. I think, I don't know the exact numbers, but I think we got around 180,000 employees, full-time employees. Maybe of those, about 80,000 are engineers or so. I mean, I know a lot of people call themselves ex-Fang. Yeah, I mean, there's some prestige to working at those companies that people like to signal. I failed my first interview in Google a few weeks ago. The technical interview is hard. If you go to the interview with a LeetCode mindset, you're going to fail. This was my error. What do you mean by that, Chrono Gameplays? With a LeetCode mindset? Because I went into my interview with a LeetCode mindset. Or, I don't know. I did a lot of my LeetCode on stream, so I was used to trying to talk out my thought process and explaining what I'm doing. So maybe it's a little bit different for me. I wonder if pay at Google's is proportionally to its difficulty to get in. I mean, all the FAANG companies pay the same, man. Roughly the same. It's no secret. You don't have to wonder how much Google pays. You can check it out on levels.fyi. All the ranges for all these companies are pretty standard, man. You're not gonna be on L3 making 600K, you know, unless you work at Nvidia or something. But yeah, unless you got super lucky with stock appreciation, things are about the same. 40 Hertz Shadow, welcome to the party. As I was ex-Google, I got external hired to train devs at Google Hamburg, Germany. Interesting. Wait, external hired to train devs? What does that mean? So Google hired you? Wait, you left Google to go work at Google as a contractor or something? I wonder if there are more Swedes at big tech companies collective versus smaller companies collectively. I guess we can calculate that, Brent Arato. Somewhat. I'd say like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, and Apple. How many engineers? Maybe like 400,000 engineers between those 5 companies. And then how many engineers in America? I'd say there are more in the smaller companies, but I don't know what the numbers are off the top of my head. Right, and then they pay better because virtual machine engineers are hard to get. Virtual machine engineers, interesting. Yeah, I don't know much about VMs and stuff. My new favorite pastime, using AI to help me write code for computer-generated art, like learning fractal patterns. I haven't messed with any generative AI. Maybe that's because I'm old. Anyways, I gotta solve a problem, man. Let me try to do at least one. Let me try the first one. Here we go. Number of adjacent elements with the same color. You're given an integer n representing an array colors of length n where all elements are set to zeros, meaning uncolored. You're also given a 2D integer array queries where queries I index color for the ith query. Set colors I to color, count adjacent pairs in colors, count adjacent pairs in colors set to the same color regardless of color I. What? Return an array answer of the same length as queries where answer I is the answer to the ith query. I gotta look at some examples here. So let's say n is 4, so that means array of colors of length 4, right? And then these are the queries. So at index, what did I say? Index and color. So it's saying, all right, let me copy this and work through the example. Oh, here they do it here. So initially it's just 4 zeros. First query, you color query 2. Or I mean, you color index 0, 2. And then this is 1. Alright, so this is kind of like a union find type of thing. I can do this problem, man. But I don't know union find off the top of my head. I think I can solve this other ways though. Colors adjacent to what thought? What? Man, there's only a few colors here. There are 100,000 colors. So 0, and then you color this one, and then there's one color next to it. How do you union these things, man? Walrus operator, how are you doing? The colors are adjacent to a really nice neighborhood, so their property value is going up. What are you talking about, man? That's why ECMA script rules so hard. I don't know what you're talking about. Array.map? Anyways. When did I solve this problem? Earlier this year. One shot. I gotta think, man. Alright, so let me try and think. Initially, all zeros. First query. We color this 2. And then 10 to the 5th queries. So that should be then we color that 2. And that's also 2. So adjacent is 1. So when we put this in, that's like the streak. This needs to be updated to 2. I don't know. I know this is like a union find problem, man, but I'm trying to solve it without union find. There must be a way, because I've solved it before, you know. Then we hit 3, index 3. Let me put some indices up here. You color that 1. But there's no adjacent, so it should be 0. Then now we color index 1 with a 1. Oh wait, are they talking about adjacent pairs? Maybe I'm thinking of a different problem, man. Yeah. I think this problem is just adjacent pairs in colors. So could it only be a maximum of 2? Let me just see. Alright, so I'll just fill out colors. I is equal to that. Count the adjacent pairs in colors set to the same color regardless of color. What does that mean, man? Count of adjacent pairs with the same color is 1. Oh, I see what they're saying. I see what they're saying. Yeah. Now that I see, I still don't know how to solve. So they're not asking adjacent to that index. They're asking in the whole thing. Proximity threshold? What are you talking about, man? I don't know what that means. Man, is this problem tricky? Should I look up the 0 track rating of it? No, I've solved this problem before though. It can't be too hard if I've solved it. 2672. It's a 1700 problem, man. Come on. That I've solved before. Why am I blanking right now? Alright, so we iterate through the queries. Put that thing in there. For me, only one thing is clear. They want that we use a reducer. Pixel Pusher, thank you very much for that hydrate. Cheers. Maybe I'm running out of brain juice, man. The gas is running low. And the dang heater is on. I hear it hissing. Should I skip it and move on to another one and come back to it after? Or should I give it some more thoughts? So they're asking if we updated that, How do you know the streak? I don't know, man. LeetCode ain't going well for me these days, that's for sure. At least during my training, it seems on the contests I'm performing okay, but when I'm training, I'm just getting stumped so many times over problems I shouldn't be stumped on. $22,000 coins, road to 1 million. Man, good luck. Query, so you put there, and you put there. Now we have a streak of 2, so it's a streak. Oh, wait. So initial is 0. And then we put down a 2, still 0. We put down another 2, then we get 1. Then we put down a 1. This doesn't change anything. Then we put down another 1 here. Oh, I think I see it. So this used to be a pair, but now it's not. So we decrement. Then we go back. We put down a 1. And now this is a pair, and then this is a pair, so it's 2. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna just implement that, man. So I'll make it a little bit easier for me to read. So I guess like if these are the ends, so if it's at the beginning, then we just need to check I plus 1. So I'm gonna say if colors I, how do I check this? Alright, so if this is not equal to 0 and colors I is equal to I plus 1, that means we used to have a pair and maybe now we don't. So I'm going to decrement my current. And then I'll just color, wait, it's a bunch of if statements, man. So if we're at the beginning and the current number is not a 0, it's not uncolored, and then I'm trying to check if there was an existing pair and we're breaking it up. So if that's true, we decrement the thing. But then if wait, there's this other case where we're just replacing something that's already been there. This is gonna be a little bit messy. Essay, how you doing? Welcome to the party. So if it's already the color, I'm not gonna do anything. This one is like breaking up a good pair. And then this one is gonna be making a new pair. Right, I'll just copy this junk, man. Copy and paste coding. Instead of +1, I'm just gonna -1 here. And then we deal with the other case where we have things on both sides. So let me try to do both of these. I don't know if like copying and pasting it like that will work. But I'm gonna try it because I'm feeling a little bit lazy. So queries, I put the answer. This is not a great solution, man. That's for sure. I could probably come up with a more elegant solution here if I had more brain juice, you know. This looks like histogram. Man, what the hell is going on here? I misunderstood the array as being channels for a given color at first. Alright, hopefully I don't have any more errors. Man, I give up. I don't even feel like doing this problem anymore. Wait, what? Why was this tripping? Oh, maybe something like that. Hope I don't have any more errors. Yeah, do the second and call it a day. Wait, I think I can solve this problem. Oh, there we go, there we go. Like, the problem ain't crazy, you know. It's just my code is so bad. Alright. I mean, I feel like I've solved it logically. I just need to implement my ideas cleanly. But I ain't doing it correctly here. So I'm going up, but it should be going. Is there a link to this problem? Yeah. I feel like my idea is okay, where if we make a new pair, we add it. If not, we subtract it if we're breaking up a pair already. Man. Alright. Let me start over with let me try and implement this a little bit cleaner. Brain juice running low, running real low. Alright, I like to do this, man. if we're at the ends or if we're somewhere in the middle. But then let me also just be like, if n equal 1, that means we'll only have 0, right? Alright, so if we're at this end, and let's say the color is already equal to whatever it is colored, then I don't think we need to do anything here. Nothing is going to change. Well, this, I guess anywhere. We can just continue immediately. It's a no-op, right? And then, so if it was uncolored, and the next color is equal to the current color, that means we're making a new pair, right? And then there's another case where the current color is colored, and these are that. That means we're breaking up a pair. Erosia. What's happening? Welcome to the party. Alright, so this is... I'm just gonna copy this here. I'm back to my same shit code, man. With the copy and paste code. Alright, so now when we have a left and a right thing, we can say if the current color is uncolored, so we can possibly make 2 pairs here if it's uncolored. Wait. Oh, there's a bug. New here. Are we allowed to give suggestions? Yeah, sure. Sometimes I like to think for myself, but I'm at this state of the night, or at the... My brain ain't working no more, man. So you can give me all the suggestions you want. Oh, thank you, Stilled. I got lots of typos everywhere, though. I'm trying to think this through. So if the color, if it's uncolored... Oh, but it could... No, not necessarily uncolored, right? So maybe this is not necessary. If the thing is equal to the thing, we're making a pair. Otherwise, we're breaking up a pair. Yeah, so I don't think this part is necessary. Maybe all of these are not. It's just making everything look so confusing. Maybe I can color everything after, like down here, you know? Alright, here we go. So if these two are equal, then we do that. And then maybe we gotta check if colors I-1 not equal to 0, and colors so if this one is equal to the current color, we increment it. Alright, I'm gonna just copy this and do a +1 instead. Alright, let me see where this gets me. Why you should stream during work hours? Come on, man. Wait, what am I doing? I know what I'm doing. I'm not appending my embarrassing. Wrong answer again. Man. I don't know what the hell. So clearly I got a bug. Still skipping a pen because it's only green. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, I see what you're saying, man. I know where. Come on, man. Come on. This is an example of spaghetti code. Thank you, don't defense. Wait, it's still wrong, man. What the heck? N is 1. How the hell am I gonna get so many queries? Oh, because it's not. Come on. I see. I see what's going on. After this, I gotta go, man. So I have my answer like that, and then instead of pushing back, I'm gonna be like answer J equal that. Final time, man. I'm gonna submit this. Jesus Christ. I don't know why that problem gave me such a hard time. The concept is super simple, even though it took... Let me see what I did last time, back in January. Same thing. Same thing. Bunch of if, else, else, if. Anav Ren, what's happened? Please build additional pylons. Brain juice has been depleted. Yeah, I don't know if I got anything left in the tank, but I can try this next question real quick. Minimum number of operations to reinitialize a permutation. You're given an even integer n. You initially have a permutation perm of size n where perm I equal to I. In one operation, you will create a new array, and for each I, if it's even, then the number is perm I over 2. If it's odd, then the number is something else. You will then assign array to perm. Return the minimum non-zero number of operations you need to perform on perm to return the permutation to its initial value. Have you considered our Lord and Savior using Vim or Vim keys in LeetCode? Nah, man, I am not a fan of Vim or Vim keys. I'm a fan of using my mouse. I don't think it's really that bad to use the mouse, man. I'm not trying to shave off 0.01 milliseconds from my coding time, you know. All right. And I'm hungry, but it's too late for me to eat also. Frank L, are you explaining this problem? Let me not read what you're saying then, because I'd like to think about it myself. To be honest, it's not only about speed, it adds up to frustration when dealing with bugs and such. What? What do you mean? You mean using Vim will make me write bug-free code? I don't think that's true. But anyways, I mean, it looks cool when I see people just typing and going crazy on Vim and not even touching their mouse and just hitting all the keystrokes and shortcuts. But I don't know, man. I feel it's not worth the effort to put in for me. I really don't mind clicking and moving around. It is a bad sign if a coder simple writes constant. What? If a coder simple writes constant, then he assigns it to the wrong problem. I don't know what that means, man. Oh, when a coder is writing constantly. I see. Yeah. I sold my mouse after learning Vim. I guess I would too, smart coder. If someone is coding nonstop without having to think, yeah, I take a lot of breaks. I like to scroll. I like to click around, moves and tabs. I guess you can do all that with Vim too, you know, but it's like you gotta learn how to do all that stuff. NeoVim requires you to learn a programming language to configure. It's grade A laziness by the NeoVim team to require Lua, but Vim keybinds are nice. Doing so in Vim is just unnecessary. Land of the Leap. Yeah, I don't really know much about NeoVim, man. My brain also broke. Yeah, my brain is at that point now where it's not really thinking straight. VS Code also requires to learn, what is this? ECMA script, man. You keep talking about it. I don't know what you're talking about. ECMA scripts. Netscape? What? Netscape? Mocha? Live scripts? Oh, JavaScripts. Interesting. I don't know if that's like a joke or something. Level up from Lua to ES 2020. Oh, it's like JavaScript lingo. You don't know what ECMA is? No, man. Why would I know that? Am I supposed to know what ECMA is? As an engineer? It's JavaScript after 2015, I see. Where do I work? I work at Google. VS Code config is JSON, and even that you can avoid with the GUI. NeoVim requires Lua just to configure basic stuff. Yeah, I don't know Lua. I don't know JavaScript, man. JavaScript is ECMA script. ECMA script came before JavaScript. I think it's pronounced ECMA. That tells you how much I know about this JavaScript junk. Although I'm gonna be doing some JavaScripts or TypeScripts on Friday, man. Wish me luck. It's gonna be not great. ECMA was correct. Wait, ECMO? Didn't know you were a sweet. Thought you were doing this for fun, man. You thought I was like a lawyer or something, just leet coding, trying to get LeetCode Guardian just for fun. I mean, I would be some type of crazy to just do this for fun without being a Swede, you know? Action script from Flash is also ECMA script. I did some Flash back in the day. Can we use rename variable during the Friday stream? No, don't defense. That would be terrible. Pixel Pusher wants to do a little type racing. All right, let's do it. Wait, we had classes in EC. I'm gonna just, do people call it ECMA? Or is that just like a forced thing? Yeah. Oh, Pixel Pusher got peer pressured into death mode. Don't let Don't Defense bully you, man. But I'll do what you say. Alright, death mode it is. Here, alright, since this is the last thing I'm gonna do, let's do a bet. The bet is gonna be how many people finish above 70 WPMs. 2 minutes to decide. The bet is up. How many people finish above 70 WPMs in instant death mode, which means one mistake and you are out of there, man. No more racing. So is it gonna be 2 or more or less than 2? Easy bet, man, right? Place your bets, place your bets. And let me create the racetrack. Oh, I need to sign in. No WPMs? Yeah, you need to finish above 70 WPMs for it to count as for this bet thing. Alright, y'all ready? I'm gonna create the racetrack. We're gonna do one warm-up round, and then after that we're gonna do the real championship round. Let me paste this in the Discord, in the chats. Oh, man. Sagar Grover from YouTube. Sorry, I just seen your message. I work at Google. Dang. Little Brian all in on less than 2. Crazy bet. Insane bet, man. If you want some free money, I guess greater than 2, but we gotta actually finish. Alright, first race. The warm-up round. Let's warm up, and then we'll see what happens in the championship. Here we go. Dang, still got that crazy spaceship. Man, death mode is tough. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see if anybody finishes. Don't Defense and P-Hub out there. Yo, who is this P-Hub guy, man? What kind of name is that? Can't believe Type Racer made you get that username. Anyways, Don't Defense is super accurate. I'm actually very impressed at how Don't Defense is able to finish these. Oh, 2 finishers. Very nice, but that was just the warm-up. Dang, look how many people entered and only 2 people finished. It's time for the championship round. So bets are closed. Little Brian, crazy bet. Someone's gonna get rich or go broke. Alright, championship round. After this, I'm out of here, man. Oof. It's a long one. We can do it though. We can do it. Did I just win? Everybody crashed. Dang, pixel pusher. Easy, man. Too easy. Got distracted. Wait, how much was that? 86 miles per hour on the death mode, man. Cruise control. But less than 2. Little Brian, congratulations on your big bet, man. Man, I was hyper focused on that. I could visualize my fingertips touching every single key during that whole race, man. It was insane what was going on in my mind. I tuned out everything else and I only saw each letter going through my eyeballs to my brain, right down to my fingertips on the keyboard, man. That was crazy. All right, how many people finished? Only I finished, man. I'll take what I'm having, man. I got it from Blaze Pascal. Robo Dom in the house. What's happening, Robo Dom? I'm about to head out though. But first, I gotta put my own name on my Type Racer Champions board. Look at that, another death mode win for me. And October 17th. Wait, how much? I forget. 86. Where are we at? Wait, October 16th. Oh, that's because it's already tomorrow, man. I guess I'll leave it as the 16th. Eight, 86 in death mode. Easy work, easy work. Thank you. Putting your own name is like Obama medal meme. Yeah, thanks. I accept this medal, man. Look how many medals I've gotten. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 time Type Racer champion. Yours truly. Anyways, I gotta head out, man. It's way past my bedtime. Can't stop flexing, yeah. Glad to have found this stream. Hope to catch more in the future. Oh, thank you so much for tuning in. Happy you found this stream too. I stream 3 times a week. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Saturdays is my main stream because that is when the LeetCode contest is on. Used to do more per day. Why limit it to 2? Change the limit to 20. No, man. I've only done 2 per day. Alright, first I gotta find somebody to raid, and then I'll say my goodbyes. Any LeetCoders in the house? Paper Mario plus LeetCode. Looks like more Paper Mario to me, man. 15 hats. Wait, you can't see what I'm seeing. This guy is doing LeetCode. Let's go. But they're doing it in like Notepad++. What the hell? It's crazy. Anyways, we're gonna go raid this new person. Alright, Stilled, Rolo Fiend, Robodom, have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. Smart Coder, Little Brian, Don't Defense. Thank you very much for hanging out today. Pixel Pusher, see you later, Alligator. Erosia, and Land of the Leets, have a good night. Brett, see you later. Frank L, have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. And oh yeah, don't forget, Friday I'm doing a one-off stream, super special stream. I've never done anything quite like this on stream before. I'm gonna be doing some front-end React. So it's gonna be LeetCode Monkey does attempts front end. Anna Vren, see you later. Who else is out there? 40 Hertz Shadow, have a good night. And everybody else, man. Icy Black Deep, Type Racer Marathon. I don't know, man. I think I need one though. Alright, everyone. Have a good night. I'm out of here. See you later, YouTube.